So now this is day 3. So if you haven't watched day 1 or day 2, go back and watch that because we're talking about the framework of how you are going to sell more in your business. So today we're going to focus on what I call the scaling part of your business. You've already done the other 2 steps, and if you haven't, go back and watch. Make sure you go do that, okay? But today we're going to be talking about scaling. And some things in order for you to scale your sales is that you want to make sure that you have in process is number 1 is you want to have a good client retention policy in place. So literally the things that you need to do is, how do you keep your clients for life? Well, the reality is you're obviously taking good care of them. You do great customer service with them, but it's very, very important that you retain your customers. Why? Because previous customers are going to be new customers again, and they're going to stay customers with you because they know, like, and trust you already. So it's very important for you to remember that the people that have done business with you are your number 1 priority. Yes, you can go out and get new leads, but your focus should always be making sure that you're taking wonderful care of your current client base. That is like the most important thing. Do whatever you need to do to make sure that you're taking care of your customers. Make sure that they have everything. Make sure that you have some kind of program or something that you do that's a customer loyalty program that you put in place in order to keep your clients retained. Whatever that is to your business, it depends on your different businesses, but you want to make sure that you provide that excellent customer service so that you retain your client base. The next big part of this is that your follow up has to be very, very important. Now, I always talk about my 24 to 48 hour rule. Why? Because I think it's respectful to other people. If they ask you a question and you don't have the answer, then you be able to provide them some kind of answer within 24 to 48 hours. Even if you don't have the actual answer, you get back to people. You make sure, because how would you like to be left out on limbo if you had a question about something? And how good do you feel when somebody actually gets back to you and said, hey, you had that question the other day and here's the answer for you? People like, wow, they remembered. They made me feel special because they actually cared about me. They knew I had an issue and they got back to me. And they got back to me when they told me they were going to get back to me, which is even better because that builds that loyalty fan base that no one can be, you can't, that's irreplaceable, guys. Like, you want to be able to have that, okay? The next part of your business when it comes to scaling is your servant leadership. What I mean that is when you're dealing with people within your business. Let's say your business is starting to grow and you have people helping you or other people that you work with. It's important that you are that servant leader, that you are making sure that you're giving feedback to people that you're working with as well, because people don't know what you're thinking if you don't have the conversation with them. And a lot of times people are afraid to talk to you or do things with you. And it's very important, like, that you're not blindsided, that you're actually having the conversation. So make sure that you're having those conversations. Make sure that you're building up people. Make sure that you are letting people know that you're working with, if there's things that aren't going right, that you are telling them, right? Like, you can't just make them think that they can read your mind. You need to be able to make sure that you're having those conversations, that you're being real with people, and that you're telling them what's going on in your life, okay? The next thing is your network. So your network is your net worth, right? You want to make sure that you're networking with people and that you are able to get referrals from people, that you're keeping in contact with people, that you're asking people for referrals. And the other thing is that's important in this part of it is being a connector with people. So even if you're working with people and you do not have the service that people are asking, do not be jealous, do not be envious, and make sure that you refer that person to someone that can help them. Because guess what? That person that you just referred them to is probably going to refer somebody back to you. So make sure that you're taking care of your people and that you are doing good work when you're coming to your sales. And last but not least is have systems in place. What is your follow-up system? Do you have email campaigns? Do you have text messaging campaigns? Do you have a way to follow up with them in general? Have a calendar where you're literally seeing your most important people every 2 weeks, regardless of if you have something to say or you don't have to say. Like, maybe you're selling a product and you're like, well, there hasn't been any new product in 2 weeks. It doesn't matter. You're following up to see how they're loving their product. If it's a service that you're providing, like, how's it going so far? How are you doing on your homework? Or what questions do you have for me? Those are the things that are important for people, that they see that you're there, that you're taking care of them, that you're not just letting them linger and try to figure things out by themselves. So the more that you're aware, the more that you're there for them, they're going to feel that from you. So these are the tips that are going to help you scale your business to the stratosphere. So get busy taking care of your customers, making sure that they need, following up with them, making sure that you have great servant leadership with the people around you, network the heck out of your abilities, and put those systems in place so that people keep coming back for more. So I have my new free sales message, my whole method that I've put together for you. So if you want to have a free copy of that, make sure you say sales program below, and I'll make sure that you get that. And follow for more and share this with people. If you feel there's somebody out there that could benefit from more sales help, make sure you share this below as well.